Yo, what's up guys, it's me, toughlondonman here. I'm back again with another Minecraft Jurassic World Reborn video. In the last episode, we built this Carnotaurus Paddock. We got this one Toro, and we got this one Hamada. I named them, basically, as Easter eggs. I made the outlines, well, I just made two paddocks off screen. So let's show out what we did off screen. First of all, I made the Carcharodontosaurus Paddock. I gave them a jungle environment, because that's most accurate to where they lived before. And, you know, it's kind of accurate to how their requirements are in Jurassic World Evolution. But yeah, you got the black one and the sand-colored one. Teal. Not teal. But, tan, there we go, the tan one. So you got the J-Pog one and the Jurassic World Evolution one. So, yeah, those guys, they have this huge paddock over here. This is going to be the Giga Paddock. And then this is going to be the other three dinosaurs that we have left. I also made the Brachiosaurus and the Menchi Paddock. The Menchis are going to mainly be focusing on this side of the paddock, and then the Brachiosaurs will be in the jungle area. So in today's episode, we're going to be doing that and the Therizinosaurus Paddock. Of course, first I want to do the Brachiosaurus / Menchi Paddock, but then we'll double back and do the Therizinosaurus Paddock, because it shouldn't take that long to do with the Brachio Paddock. So, yeah, and I like stretching my videos out, like somehow. Like, I stopped building the Carno Paddock at around, like, 15 minutes in the last video, and I stretched that to 30 minutes. But yeah, somehow I stretched out that video to 30 minutes. I have no idea how I did that. Like, I'm pretty sure I was finished building, like, 20 minutes in. Alright, yeah, so, the Carno Paddock is done, the Car Paddock is done, and we're building the Brachiosaur Paddock. I'm happy of what I want to do. I think we can finally fit every dinosaur that we need, at least right now, into here. If any other things get, like, remodels and stuff, next season I'll add them. But for now, I just want to focus on the ones we have. So, we need Majungasaurus, Therizinosaurus, Ceratosaurus, and the Giga Paddock. So, what I'm going to do is, the Majungasaurus Paddock is going to be here, Therizinosaurus Paddock is here, and the Ceratosaurus Paddock is here. And then the Giga will be here. So, that's my game plan for what I want the paddocks to be. I'm probably going to build the Giga Paddock off-screen like the Car Paddock, since it's a bit large for the... It's way too big to build on-screen. That's what I'm saying. Or at least I'll work on the outline like I do here. Because I like to do a bit more stuff off-camera, because they just take longer. And I don't have to constantly commentate things, so it's not just boring silence. Yeah, we're just gonna... So besides that, I'm just gonna keep placing the redstone along the paddock. Because, like, as you can see, this has probably been, like, what? 4 or 5 minutes of just placing this in. This is already a huge paddock. So I have to accommodate 4 Brachiosaurs and 4 Menchis. Those guys are huge. Of course, long waist and tall waist. They're long and they're tall. Diggity. Actually, I got this paddock to perfectly match up together, so it's even on all sides, which is great. Well, not even on all sides, but like each segment is even. It's all 8, then a pole, 8, then a pole, 8, then a pole, 8, then a pole, and so on. So yeah, I'm gonna place these down, then I'm gonna place the pole and build up. Place it too early. Chicken shoot for the Wii. My favorite game. I actually found some weird shovelware game called The Fungus at Walmart for the Wii. Or like something about that. It was like something about these mushroom guys in the zombie apocalypse. I don't know. I looked at the cover. It's a weird game. Didn't know they were still selling Wii stuff at Walmart. It's probably even worse stuff in like those movie bargain bins. Probably misplaced by some dumb employee 5 years ago. Actually, not even 5 years ago. Like 5 years ago was when the Wii U was still out. It's like 13 years ago. It's crazy. Man, I feel old. But, alright, anyways, let's finally finish the this. The best way to build up these fences I find is the diagonal line. Also, I'm building these 7 blocks tall, because obviously the Brachiosaurs and the Mamenches are slightly bigger than the other dinosaurs that are here. Like, the dinosaurs can... There we go. Alright. Yeah, I have a lot of mods, so it lags the game out. I have a lot of unnecessary mods, like, I have this one mod that adds, like, phones and, this other stuff, like Xboxes. Yeah, I got this. What is it? I also got a Starbucks mod, just so I can have coffees and stuff. And, you know, I have this mod. It's pretty nice, you know, it has some decorations. Literally has Minecraft for PS4. Really cool mod, I just wanted it for decoration, pretty much. I might make, like, a technology store on Main Street, just to have stuff in there. Because this mod's not really going to be used. I'll probably just have a phone in my inventory when I'm walking around, and that's about it. I wish custom NPCs would re-add all their, like, old stuff, instead of just the NPC wand and, like, a few other things. Like, they used to have daggers. Like, that was cool. But now they're just, now it's just, like, the NPC wand and then a few other things. What does custom NPCs have? They have like 2 things. Alright, they have 1 thing, custom NPCs tools. This is it. For some reason they still have the mailbox though. It's so weird. Like, out of all the things for custom NPCs to get rid of, they had the cool chairs, they had the daggers, they had a bunch of other cool stuff, and they keep the mailbox. Nobody's used the mailbox. I didn't even know it was in the mod. It's just such a random thing to keep. Like, they got rid of all these fan favorites from 1.7.10. And they keep the mailbox. Of course, who doesn't want the mailbox in your custom NPCs mod? Just find that so bizarre. Alright, I should hurry up a bit, because I don't want this video turning out to be like 40 minutes long. Because somehow I stretched out the last video to 30 minutes, like I mentioned earlier. Like, I thought it was at least like 25. So, let's hurry up a bit with making these fence pools. I'm going to try to find some sort of dinosaur to have in Gyrosphere. Right now, there's just some Trikes and, some like Gallimimus. But I do need more stuff. But I also want to have it not repeating anything. You know, I don't want to have a Patasaur in like every other paddock, so I gotta find a way to have more dinosaurs. There's not really much herbivores though. I put some Ornithomimus there that I haven't shown yet. They're just smaller Gallimimus that are blue, so it's not anything new. I think I might use just like fossils herbivores for Gyrosphere Valley though, because then I can use those, since I really do like the fossils and archaeology herbivores. They're pretty nostalgic for me. Oh no. And almost done with the exterior of the paddock. I'm not gonna make the Therizinosaurus Paddock pretty huge. I'm gonna have like 2 of them there, just as a breeding pair. So yeah, nothing huge. Therizinosaurus Paddock isn't gonna be anything huge. So I don't want it to be, but I might add I don't know. I gotta check something on Discord. I just got a ping. Alright, yeah, I just got pinged by some friends on Discord. So let me just get rid of these leaves here, because they're gonna get in the way of the fence. Let me just get rid of them like back by 2. There we go. Still looks like an average tree, but no one's gonna be looking here anyways. So now If you're wondering what mod I'm using effortless building. A lot of people ask me that in the comment sections. So, yeah. I like to be that guy, obviously. I mean, I don't want to be that guy who just doesn't respond to comments and people are like, oh, what mod is that? What thing are you using? So yeah, I'm using the effortless building mod. The texture pack I'm using is the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis pack. Version 2, or like 1.2. But like Iwaifui, or whatever, however you pronounce her name. His or her name, I don't know. Their name. I don't want to assume gender here and get cancelled. So yeah, it's like the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis pack. You can check it out on Planet Minecraft. And then obviously, a bunch of the mods I use are on CurseForge. You really only need like a few FNAF mods and the Jurassic World Reborn mod and Fossils and Archaeology to play this world. Because that's really the only thing that they're built on, but I have like other decoration mods. Oh yeah, you also need Mr. Crayfish's furniture. Besides that, everything else is just like vanilla Minecraft. Nothing else is really, well, not nothing else, but like everything is pretty much built off of vanilla Minecraft and a few modded stuff. Because I want this this world to be playable without mods. Like obviously, the dinosaur paddocks literally disappear without mods. So that's like one thing that already screws over some stuff. And then plus, oh yeah, plus, you know, most of the FNAF pizzeria disappears too. All the NPCs are gone, all the dinosaurs are gone. But yeah, at least I want some basic stuff to be here. Oh yeah, I also added the Brachiosaurus skeleton here, because it looked cool since it's the only one posing. I don't know why that is. I'm pretty sure that's because it's like the mod leader's favorite dinosaur in the mod. I think other ones will get poses eventually, but until then, yeah, that's really going to be the only skeleton I have there for poses. By the park gates, if I can run over to them real quick. Here we go. By the park gates, I got rid of the skeletons, because we don't really need any. I didn't really see the point in them. I just couldn't find the perfect skeleton without doing like repeats. So it's just gonna remain empty. We got some baby Therizinosaurs already. Looks like they were breeding. But yeah, I spend a lot of time just looking around the world off screen, so if you notice like babies that are if you notice babies in one episode and then the next episode there's adults, that's because the dinosaurs are breeding. Some of them I like breeding. Well, not like breeding. That sounds weird, but like some of them I don't mind breeding. Like this stuff, like the Parasaurs and stuff, because they're in enclosed paddocks. But stuff like the Othnielia and stuff, them breeding is really annoying because they'll just like break out really easily because they can like glitch through walls. And it's really annoying to deal with. Speaking of which, all my Othnielia and Hypsilophodons got actually killed. Because apparently some Troodons broke out of their paddock in the petting zoo, and they killed the rest of the Othnielia and Hypsilophodons. I don't know how that happened. Like, I had all male Troodons, and somehow they bred, and then somehow they broke out. I mean, I guess life found a way, but still, it's really annoying. Because I don't want just dead dinosaurs. I still haven't actually restocked the paddock either. Like, I haven't placed new Othnielia or Hypsilophodons. I should probably do that off screen instead of building a whole paddock that I promised to build here. But yeah, that's some stuff that happened behind the scenes with the park. I've started to place some NPCs on Main Street. I still have to like figure out how to make some like walk around. But besides that, I've started work on Main Street with NPC work. Fine. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This really helps out building. Now I can make the paddocks perfect. Oh yeah, for some reason, why isn't XP working for me? It's like hovering around me. It's really weird. I don't know what's wrong with it, that. I gotta figure that out. I think I can go down like 2 more times. I'll go down 1 more. 8. Yes, I can. Alright. 8. How wide is the paddock? Alright, it goes by there, so let me go down here, and then I'll finish it over. This is a pretty huge paddock for the Therizinosaur, but I think I'll have just enough space to fit the Brachiosaurus and the Ceratosaurus. I'm probably gonna have like a big rock in the middle of the Ceratosaurus paddock as a reference to the Spinosaur, well, not gonna sugarcoat this, and I need a reason for this video not to be kids, so to represent the Spinosaurus shit from JP3, because if you don't know, the Ceratosaurus in that movie, it walks up, sniffs some poop, and then just walks off screen, and that's its only role in the franchise until season 2 of the kids show, which is really weird. I feel, honestly, the Ceratosaurus was really underused, and it's not even like a Ceratosaurus in the movie too. It's like it's T-Rex sized, which is really weird. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, time of day. Like, it's the size of a T-Rex. Yeah, we're supposed to believe it's a Ceratosaurus. So yeah, that's something really weird. Also, fun fact, if you didn't know, the the JP3 Ceratosaurus was also supposed to be a Carnotaurus, but Disney made this movie called Dinosaur, and it had Carnotaurus in it, and Jurassic didn't want to rip off Disney, so they just made a Ceratosaurus instead. I'm kind of happy they did do that, instead of having this Carno, because then, I don't know, maybe in some alternate timeline, instead of the Carno being in Fallen Kingdom, we would have gotten the Cerato. Or maybe we would have, seen... Actually, maybe in that alternate timeline, we could have also seen the Spino versus T-Rex rematch in Fallen Kingdom. Which I'm really sad that was scrapped, because that would have been a really cool fight scene. And it would have been a callback to JP3 and stuff. Definitely would have been something I would have enjoyed in theaters. Because the Carno versus Sinoceratops scene was very short. And very forgettable too, like I forgot it was in there. But maybe we can see T-Rex versus Giga in Dominion, because we know the Giga's there, and it's gonna have to do something. Kind of nervous about what it's gonna do in the movie. Like, the leak says it's just gonna kind of run around like the Spinosaurus, but like, how's it doing that? Like, the filming locations for Dominion have been in like very, very, very indifferent. They've been in like a lot of places, and how's the Giga gonna get to those places? Is this all gonna take place in like California? But then, like, if it just takes place in California, then what were they filming in Malta for and stuff? Like, Dominion just doesn't make sense with the leak. We're thinking about that one, so, well, it's technically a rumor still, so it's not 100% confirmed. It does have some reliability because of the Giga. I gotta stop talking about this. So if you're thinking about Dominion speculation, just forget about the leak. But still, with my Dominion speculation, it's still interesting to think about where the Giga is gonna come into play for the movie, because like, it doesn't really seem that it could do that much. Like, if they are doing like this cross-country thing or whatever, and they're gonna go to a bunch of different cities and places, then how's the Giga gonna get there? Is he gonna have one scene? Is it gonna be a main antagonist, or is it just gonna be a reference? Like, I mean, Sam Neill, he said in the interview, he was like, the Giga could swallow a person whole if the guy in the controls wanted it to, and like, that raises some interesting questions. Like, is he saying that the Giga is an animatronic, or is he saying that it's like controlled by the people somehow? I mean, probably a reference to making a Giga animatronic, which I think is cool, because like, dinosaur animatronics age very well in this series compared to the CGI. Like, if you compare the Brachiosaurus CGI from Jurassic Park, and then you compare it to like the CGI for, well, not the CGI for the T-Rex, but the what's it called? The animatronic for the T-Rex in the breakout scene. Like, both of those aged very differently. The animatronic, it aged very well, looked amazing, still to this day. And then, like, the Brachiosaur animatronic, it just looks, not animatronic, but the CGI, it just looks weird and, like, chunky. Not necessarily chunky, it just looks off. Like, it doesn't look real. It's kind of hard to think that it was realistic for the time. I mean, that Brachiosaurus, it's aged pretty decently, but, you know, it just looks slightly off compared to some of the animatronics in the movie. And same with, like, the T-Rex from the Gallimimus Valley scene. Not Gallimimus Valley scene, but just the Gallimimus scene in general. Like, the T-Rex looks slightly off there, too. So, yeah. That's something about it. I hope they actually undelay Dominion and maybe put it in maybe release it like fall next year, because, you know, Dominion is like on track for shooting, and obviously the COVID vaccine is hopefully coming soon, so maybe they could maybe even put it back in June, but if not, like, make it release in October, November, maybe even a Christmas release would be cool for Dominion, because I do not want to wait till 2022. Like, that's way too long. I don't want to wait a whole year and a half. Like, I'll be through my first year of high school when Dominion comes out. Like, I don't even know if I'll still care about the franchise by then. I mean, I still will, but it's just way too long of a wait. Also, I wonder what's gonna happen for if Universal is gonna buy back the Jurassic Park rights. What are they gonna do with them after this? Like, they can't really make a park again because they did that twice, and it ended in chaos both times. And Dinosaurs on the Mainland is probably going to be resolved next movie. Sorna's going to be dead by that time. Like, if they take the Star Wars route and take like 10 years of, you know, Jurassic World did it too. If they like take a 10, 15 year break and then come back, like, what are they going to do? Like, it's going to be a given that Universal is going to buy back Jurassic Park. It's pretty obvious. It's one of their most successful franchises. The last few movies are some of the highest grossing films of all time. So, it's pretty obvious, but what are they going to do with it? Like, that's my real question. Like, I'm hoping to see, like, a remake of the novel. Well, a remake of the first movie that's, like, more accurate to the novel. Like, not a one-for-one thing, but, like, very close to it, and, like, giving us some of the scenes that we missed out on in the original movie. So, like, the river raft scene, or the tall Dilophosaurus, instead of the weird comedic scene that we got with Nedry, where instead, you know, we get to see all that gore. Like, it would be cool as a Netflix series. You know, we also have possibilities for the Camp Cretaceous kids, because obviously Colin Trevorrow, he said he wants to, like, well, I don't know if he actually said this, but, you know, I know people in the franchise would love to see the kids from that show show up in later series, and obviously if they take, like, a 15-year break or something, it would make sense for the kids to come back older and stuff, and maybe we could see them in a future movie. That would also be cool. Hopefully it's not a Camp Cretaceous Season 3, though, as a continuation of the series, because I don't know if it's just me, but that just wouldn't work as a show. Like, I feel like Season 1 and Season 2 would be fine, you know. We get Season 1, kids are on the island trying to escape. They don't escape. Season 2, they survive on the island a bit, and then maybe they escape during Fallen Kingdom, or, you know, before Fallen Kingdom, like the camp counselors come back or something. I think that would be a perfect open and shut story. But then, if they do... Oh, shoot, I actually finished the Therizinosaurus Paddock, so let's add some trees. And we'll finish off this episode. It's just been me ranting about the Jurassic Park franchise. And this is supposed to be me building Jurassic Park. Well, Jurassic World. Or a Jurassic Park. There we go. Therizinosaurs aren't that small, so I can make some redwoods. I mean, they aren't that large. At least the fossils ones, because I'm not using the Jurassic Craft Therizino, not Jurassic Craft, the Reborn ones, because they're just like way too big for my liking. And I just don't like the gray. Like at least the fossils ones, they're like more. I don't know. You know, they have more color. They just look better to me. They're more appealing. They're more appealing personally. So that's why I'm gonna use the fossils one. There we go. That is out of place, and we'll grab the Therizinosaur. At least I can still use a paddock marker for the Therizinosaurus though. So, at least having it in Reborn helps out a bit. Now I can have a paddock marker. There we go. We have a little lake for them. And I'll spawn them in. 1, 2. I'll have 2 Therizinosaurs. Actually, I'll have 3. 3 works for them. So that's the 3 Therizinosaurus in the park. I think I'll place the paddock marker right here. I don't know if I showed this last episode, but I added a bunch of paddock signs. So, you know, I have the car sign there. There's the Carno sign is over there, and obviously there's more signs in front of each paddock. So, Therizinosaurus. Where is it? Where is Therizinosaurus? Oh, there it is. Okay, so it looks like it's a herbivore. I thought it was a carnivore. Because obviously it has the huge claws. And it could, you know, claw their prey down, then eat it. It's not that far-fetched, but yeah, it makes a bit more sense thinking about it more logically. So yeah, for plans now, I think the Cerrado paddock will be here. Then I'll make a Majungasaurus paddock around the water, and then this will be the Giganotosaurus paddock. So yeah, that's my plans for the series. Next episode, we're going to be making the Giga paddock. I'll start the outline a bit off screen. And I'll make the paddock there. I'm really happy with the Mamenchi paddock and the Brachiosaur, because they were obviously going to need a bunch of space, and I think this is the perfect amount for them. And here's lag spike. And it just kind of looks cool, because, you know, you have both sides, and it kind of represents Islasorna a bit. Not really. It's kind of in the shape of, like, one side of Sorna. And if you, like, I don't know, if you placed another part, if you flipped it around, and then added a big part on the top, it would kind of look like Islasorna. And, you know, you have the jungle side of Sorna, and you have the redwood side. Yeah. Dinosaurs climbing on vines is annoying. Seriously, I got this Brachiosaurus literally stuck in the tree. That's it, I'm getting rid of this tree. Boom. How much health did it lose? Surprisingly not that much. But yeah, I wanted to have a little bit of variety between the diseased Brachiosaurs and the normal ones. If you're wondering why I call them diseased, it's just because the green and stuff, they look weird. They look weird and diseased, and it looks even worse in the movie. That's also an example of the crappy CGI. I think the Carnos are nocturnal, but I'm not 100% sure. The wiki said like a completely different thing. I don't even know how to pronounce it. So yeah, here's the fossils ones. You know, got the fossil Therizinosaurs, and then we got the Mamenchisaurs from from Reborn. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Also, make sure to join the Twitter and join the Discord and follow my Twitter.